Hello everyone, it's Grim again, and from the post that I made, it seems that you all really want a video on how to refute a Skibidi toilet hater. Which is understandable. But now let's go to refute them, shall we? Firstly, a Skibidi toilet hater would most likely give you the most common argument against Skibidi toilet. Skibidi toilet is brain rot. And you might wonder. So as the first part, you will tell them, Skibidi toilet is a sci-fi war film, and send them any posters from the Skibidi toilet series, like these ones for example, really high HD, send this to them and let them see how they react. If they accept defeat, leave them. If they say something like, violence and mature themes do not intrinsically mean something isn't brain rot. Tell them, okay, so does that mean Avengers Endgame is brain rot too? You got to put like a filter or a limit to draw between the lines. If they reply of course not, Avengers Endgame isn't brain rot, and then you apply the same logic to Skibidi toilet. How could Skibidi toilet be brain rot if it has similar concept to Avengers Endgame? Well, they might reply, oh, that's easy, a head in a toilet and it sings. Like, are you serious? That's a strawman. I just told you that Skibidi toilet is a sci-fi film. Calling it a head in a toilet and it sings is a strawman. So they already committed a logical fallacy already, which makes you win the argument. As they have to dumb down your argument that fits them. But you could also fight it back hard, by showing them a photo of this, and these photos. Tell them to find the head in the toilet. If they can't, then tell them, why did you lie? There's no head in a toilet. They probably reply with another response and show you a video of episode 1 or 5. You would respond to their argument by listing out a common sense fact. Could you understand a 1,000-page book by just reading one page of it? If they reply, no. Then they completely contradicted themselves. They just watched one episode and leaving the rest out in the dust. If they reply yes, then they are completely delusional, and you could laugh at their logic going down the drain. Another argument from them is, the name itself is brain rot. Okay, this is actually a decent one, but it lacks a mistake. Ask them, is it brain rot because of generational alpha? If they reply yes, which I'm certain that they will, you would reply, oh, so if we put Skibidi toilet back in the old generations, that would make it not brain rot, right? This would confuse them, as if they admit Skibidi toilet is brain rot because of generational alpha, then it would mean that generational effects had an impact on Skibidi toilet and misrepresented it into a brain rot content farm. So it would make them concede this fact that Skibidi toilet was originally not brain rot. Congrats, you just proved that Skibidi toilet isn't brain rot. If they don't agree, then ask them, then how do you know that Skibidi toilet is specifically brain rot? If they reply, it's just is. You could respond back by their shows, for example Godzilla. And explain it to them, Godzilla is brain rot because it's a stupid lizard with laser powers. And it's just is, reflecting this argument back at them. They will be utterly confused and would most likely crash out over this or don't have any good arguments to come back, which will leave you right. If they show you another effects of Skibidi syndrome, simply tell them, Skibidi syndrome isn't related to the official series. An analogy of this is shown. An innocent man makes a good object. This object was seen by other people and the other people twisted it into a more worse object. This more worse object caught the attention of public. And the public blames that these objects are bad. While the original is clearly good, and they reply, well, did you not see the effects of the bad objects? You buffoon. They just blamed the innocent for something that they didn't do. Oh, Skibidi toilet and spy. The content farms. But can you blame them? If Avengers also had content farms, that would make Avengers brain rot. But clearly it isn't brain rot, right? Using this logic against them, they would lose their minds completely. Because they conceded this fact of not blaming the copycats and instead blamed the original that had no relations with the copycats. Dafikboom even wanted to take down content farms. So this proves that they expose themselves as hypocrites. If any of the haters' shows up on a content farm, that means they are watching brainrot by their logic. Which proves them as hypocrites as they blame this brain-rotted person of watching brainrot while they watch brainrot themselves. This logic is absolute dog logic. Skibidi toilet haters have no sense of logic at all, either change subjects, act ignorant, or just crash out at you. If they do, they committed an ad hominem fallacy, which attacks you, instead of your claim, which you know that they cannot refute at all. Wait, I'm not done yet, there's one more weapon you could use against them. And that is the definition of brainrot. For example, as stated here, brain rot refers to material of low or addictive quality, typically in online media, that preoccupies someone to the point it is said to affect mental functioning. Both the state of preoccupation and resulting mental degradation are known as brain rot. We know that ST is not low quality, no scientific evidence of mental degradation or preoccupation. If they put Skibidi syndrome, then they either do not know that Skibidi syndrome isn't recognized, and it rewinds back to this argument, as Skibidi syndrome is not caused by the official series. Which this hater or some haters would sometimes twist the meanings by adding some into it. If we use these standards and apply to their definition, it does not match any of the requirements of their definition, rendering them wrong. Hilarious, right? If it does match up to their requirement, then they are delusional of this objective definition. Anyways, with these arguments, you could definitely fight back against the unjust hate against them, and if any new arguments come up, type it in my comments or post and I'll make a P2, as this wouldn't cover all the arguments.